1 second.
Yeah.
Start live.
Thank you, sir. We'll begin nevertheless, and we'll see if the participants turn up. A very good morning to everyone present here. It is my honor as the event head to welcome you to Logophilia as a part of SHABD 2020, the virtual edition. This is an amalgamation of blog writing and designing. Derived from the word logophile, which means a lover of words, this event lays focus on not one, but two essential skill sets, writing and web designing. The lockdown has given birth to hope, diversity in thought, acceptance, growth, but most importantly, it has given birth to new learners. Writing and trying out new things and trying out new hobbies have been one of the main things which have kept us sane during lockdown and helped us from not getting overwhelmed because of all the news around us. The aim of this event was to combine the written talent an individual possesses with the artistic vision he or she might have to give shape to their thoughts in an engaging and lucid manner. Without further delay, I would like to introduce the participating schools for the day. We have Akshar School. Just a second, there seems to be a glitch. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
All right, sir. We have Akshar School. Apologies for the technical glitch. BDM International School, Birla Bharati School, Birla High School for Boys, Delhi Public School Newtown, Delhi Public School Ruby Park, Modern High School for Girls, Sushila Birla Girls School, the Heritage School, and lastly, the host school, Mahadevi Birla World Academy. Without further delay, I would like to introduce our two esteemed judges for the event. Ms. Devika Arora is an award winning social entrepreneur from Bangalore, India. She is the founder of two companies, Magic Mind, a self discovery portal, and Char So Base, an entertainment and performing arts review portal. She has a diverse body of work experience, including working in VFX at MPC Vancouver, handling brand development at Alienware Dell Computers, and heading marketing at Shunya India. She's currently a head coach for students going to Ivy League colleges and universities at Leverage Edu. Her work is a blend of business, psychology, and harnessing the power of creation for positive change. She was recently appointed as the Vice President of the Bangalore Council at Women's India Chamber of Commerce and Industry, BICCI, for her outstanding work and is a prominent keynote speaker and mentor in webinars and life coaching workshops internationally. Our second judge for the day is Mishuta Papol. She has been in the media space for almost 15 years. Having spent a majority of time as a journalist, she has worked across various mediums such as television, newspapers, and magazines. She transitioned into entrepreneurship and is currently founder editor of New Crop, India's foremost video first and digital media startup. She is also founder of a brand building company called Dharma Media Consultants. Her first book, Didi, The Untold Mamta Banerjee, published by Penguin India, released in November 2018. Shutapa was also recognized as one of the 100 women faces by the Confederation of Women Entrepreneurs in 2018. She was awarded Women of the Year in Media and Journalism by Women Times in February 2019. She has represented India at Thomson Reuters Editorial Judgment program held in London, UK in 2014. In her role as an anchor, moderator, and independent commentator, she participates in television, discussions, and MCs events while also writing columns for leading publications. It is truly a privilege to have two judges with such expertise judging this event. I will quickly take you through the logistics of this event. Every school will get 3 minutes of presentation time, wherein the schools will be allotted screen share access and they can take us through their website and give us insights into their interpretation of the topic and elaborate on the theme of their website. I will be recognizing speakers from each school and moderate the discussion. Mehak will be timing you. The judges may ask you questions on the basis of your website presentation. Thank you. Everyone will be put on mute now for the benefit of smooth functioning. I will now be calling upon the first school of the day, Akshar School, being represented by Navya Reshamwala and Shamkiti Shah. You have the floor.
Good morning, respected judges and fellow participants. We are here to represent the Akshar School. I am Samkiti Shah, the web designer of Calcutta Calling, and my teammate Navya Reshamwala is the writer. Witnessing the city from the point of view of an outsider who calls Calcutta her home, we have designed the page in a way it would seem as if the city is inviting others to come and have a look at its various aspects.
Firstly, we have the Kali Puja. The political hegemony often tries to impose certain ideas of religion, worship, and deities across the breadth of the country. In our experience, Bengal has consciously tried to break away from the homogeneous practices and uphold pluralism. Goddess Kali is a deity worshipped by people of all classes and castes, almost in opposition to Brahmanical dominance. In the page, we mention some of the ways in which the goddess personifies descent and feminine power. Secondly, we have the Gujarati New Year. It is incredible to see how Kolkata manages to preserve the unique traditions of individual communities that reside in it. The celebration of Gujarati New Year in a family connects me to my roots while reminding me that I'm also a part of the larger diverse social fabric. Thirdly, we have the Eid. The political discourse of these times likes to dwell in binaries: the good and the bad, the us and them, the threat of communalism hanging over us always. My experience of Eid is contrary to all these ideas. We chose to write about this festival to highlight the common value of fraternity that is shared amongst all the people. Fourthly, we have the Pride Parade of Kolkata. The decriminalization of Section 377 is one of the most memorable milestones in our recent socio-political history. Kolkata Pride stands out in my memory as a day that marks the culmination of syncretism. This year, there was a lot of debate about Pride being used as a platform for CAA and NRC protesters. Many questioned why Pride, an event for LGBTQ community, should be made into a political rally. However, in today's day and age, every opinion, be it in the personal or the public space, is a political one. Finally, we have the Kolkata International Film Festival. Finally, with tensions rising on the political front, what we really need today is a platform to speak freely and exchange our views on various issues. What better medium to do it through than art? Kolkata has hosted literary festivals, film festivals, book fairs, and other events that bring together people of different opinions. Since censorship and freedom of speech are burning issues of our time, we have recollected some fond memories from the film festival where art is always given its due respect.
It is indeed a matter of pride to belong to a place where everyone can be themselves unapologetically. This blog is therefore our tribute to the spirit of Calcutta. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that lovely and diverse presentation that we just saw from Akshar School. I would like to request the judges if they have any questions for the participants, you may ask.
Hi, this is Sutapa. Very nice presentation. I quite enjoyed the personal elements that you brought in, both of you. My one question is just to understand what did you all use as a parameter to decide on which festivals to kind of highlight is, because Calcutta, as you correctly said, there are so many festivals. I like the fact that you brought the queer parade in. I think that brings a lot of contemporary, makes it more contemporary. But what did you all think, when you all decided on the festivals, which ones to choose and which ones to leave out?
We chose this topic because the topic was about India, and India being a diverse country has many festivals. But we thought since blog is a bit of a personal website, so we thought we should like just write about our personal experiences. And it was like we have grown up in Kolkata, so it would make more sense if we write about Kolkata and its festivals rather than writing about some European or Asian festivals. Hence, we thought that Kali Puja is something that most of the India do not have in common with, like, everyone celebrates Diwali, but Kali Puja is something special to Kolkata. Gujarati New Year, since Gujaratis belong to Kolkata, and like they are a minority, but this festival is since very it was very famous. And then we had the Pride Parade. Pride Parade is something very special to Kolkata because it is one of the oldest Asian Pride parades. And lastly, the Kolkata Film Festival, with Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan inaugurating it, it obviously holds a special place for all people.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for your
Ma'am.
explanation. Thank
Okay,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that question. I hope it gave you more insight. Ma'am Aurora, do you have any questions or can we proceed?
I don't have any questions. I just wanted to say that was an incredible answer, and I'm so proud of you girls from Akshar. And I'm a Calcutta girl myself, so it was really nice to just see all of you kind of bringing those vital parts of Cal to the top. And I'm very proud of you guys. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure that has been an encouragement for our participants. Next up, we have Birla Bharati School, which is being represented by Komalika Moitra and Shwet Singh. The floor is yours.
A very good morning to our esteemed judges, my co-participants, and the spectators. This is Shwet Singh of Birla Bharati School. Let me take the privilege to unravel the contents of our blog. India is a secular country. It is not just a geographical unit, but a home to people of different religion. But a home. Now, I would request my counterpart Komolika to share her thoughts on the topic.
Thank you, Svet. Good morning to the judges and the spectators present here. I'm Komulika Moitro from Birla Bharti. India is a land of variant landscapes, ranging from tall mountains to fertile plains and pristine rivers to salty oceans, where diversity stands as one. Yes, India is a secular country, and we all know that. It is a home to over 100 languages, every major religion in the world, and a plethora of cultures. Despite these differences, India stands proud, uniting all of us under one national tricolor. Although it is a country of over 1.3 billion people, we have never had much outrages, leaving out a few sporadic incidents. So I'm proud to be an Indian and a part of its rich heritage and vibrant culture. India is a Hindu majority country, but having a large Muslim population. I'm a Hindu myself, but dissolving all this disparity, the blog speaks about my personal experience of how I spent Eid. Christianity. The religious majority in the world have their own festivals and vibrant cultures, Christmas being the prime. All the Calcuttans come together to celebrate it with vigor and vitality. And irrespective of the religious beliefs, many people flock to midnight mass at the St. Paul's Cathedral. Decorating Christmas trees and exchanging gifts are all a part of the fun. Park Street, in its own grandeur, is a sight to behold. The busy thoroughfare is engulfed in canopies of fairy lights and illuminated panels and other decorations. Walking down the lanes of Park Street on Christmas Eve and seeing the spectacular and magnificent ornamentation never cease to awe me. And there, amidst all the hustle, we don't really care what our religion's status is, do we? We all are just human beings and a part of a big merrymaking. Lastly, not only India, but cultures and folklores abroad never cease to amaze us. Dia de Muerto, or the Day of the Dead, is one such unique festival celebrated by the Mexicans, which has been featured in the blog. It's a day when they commemorate their dead and reminisce of the days spent with them. Religion and culture play a central and definitive role in the lives of people worldwide. And among the miscellany of various cultures and faith, each one is unique and beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Birla Bharti, for taking us through a plethora of festivals. I'm sure we have learned about new traditions and rituals. I would request our judges to ask questions if they have any. Seeing none, I would be moving forward. But before I do that, I would just want our participants to.
May I please interrupt you, Ishika?
Yes, Ranjan.
Please don't mute yourselves after the presentation is over. Let the judges take the questions and then mute yourself, please.
Thank you. I hope the participants have taken note. Just for further convenience and smooth functioning, I would request the participants to also announce the topic, since we are aware that we gave you two topics and you have chosen the one which you felt was more convenient. So, for uh, a better understanding, please also mention the topic chosen and then carry on with the explanation of your website. The two schools which have already spoken, it's completely all right, but it would be better if you maybe put your topics in the chat box with your school name. I think the first two were about. Just put your topics in the chat box, and the schools who will be going further up, please mention them verbally as well so we understand better. Thank you. Moving on, our third school for the day is BDM International School, which will be represented by Ronak Segal and Audrija Chakrabarti. The floor is yours.
Good morning to the honorable judges and my fellow participants of SHABD 2020 and the coordinators of Madhavi Birla World Academy School. I, Ronak Saigal, is going to present before you the blog which we have created on the topic Arts and Entertainment in Celebrating Diversity. First of all, we have given a brief introduction on diversity. What is diversity? And then we have presented diversity in art, where we have shown that how diversity is reflected through different art forms, especially in India. Next, we have shown how diversity is present in India and its culture through a diverse exhibition named Melange, which was held in Bengaluru in August 2019. It is a unique exhibition. Many of you might not know about it, so we have decided to present it before you. Next, we have also shown how diversity is reflected through movies. We have given an example of a movie, a wonderful movie named Coco, which which teaches us that we should embrace the diversity present around us. Then here comes the question, why do we need to celebrate diversity? We have elaborated this question through a few points, like to overcome stereotypes, to build cultural awareness, to discourage racism, and to encourage unity. Next, we have shown diversity in entertainment, especially entertainment in the modern culture. This represents the diversity, changing diversity in the changing world. At last, we have concluded the topic with a conclusion. We have also created a page for About Us. Adrija Chakraborty, she is the writer of this website, and myself, Ronak Saigal, is the web designer. And we have also given a contact us section for a better user experience. We also have created one login page, and one sign up page. Thank you.
Thank you, BDM International School. I think the one question, why do we need to celebrate diversity, has been beautifully answered by you and your co participant in the blog that you just presented. Thank you so much. I would request our judges to ask questions if they have any. Seeing none, we will be moving forward to our fourth school for the day, Birla High School for Boys, which will be represented by Divyansh Gupta and Ritvik Bhomik. The floor is yours.
Right. Good morning to everyone present here. This is our Bill High School blog. Um, uh, as you can see, this is about the About Us section. So we've linked to the school website. I'm the author, Ritvik Bhomik. My partner, Divyansh Gupta, he's the developer. And if you're interested, you can take a 360 tour, degree tour of our school. Going forth, this is the, and here's the this is the blog that we've written. Um, so Divyansh, could you just open this? Yeah. Yeah. So arts and entertainment in celebrating diversity. This is the topic that we've chosen. So first of all, we need to really define what is diversity. As a sociology student, diversity, it can be a pretty, vague concept. So when we talk about diversity in the arts, we need to, set a benchmark for what can we can refer to as diversity. So for convenience's sake, I assume diversity to be the appreciation of culture and art other than one's own. After that, I talked about from a historical perspective that even though most people feel that societies are heterogeneous in nature, that's actually a misconception because at a certain point we were part of massive empires, and some, like the Mesopotamians, they wanted a uniform identity, while others, such as the Romans and the Greeks, they sort of encourage diversity and the spread of art and literacy in all parts of their empire, which extended from Turkey to North Africa and the Mediterranean. After that, we also talked about how certain movies and artists they sort of encourage diversity. I've taken the example of System of a Down. This is an American Armenian sort of band. The band members, they are very proud of their ethnicity and try to bring it out their culture and the political turbulence that they have faced in their homeland through their music. And this leads to awareness to not only the country where they're recording and releasing the music, but also to people like me who have very little idea as to what goes on in parts of the country, parts of the world like Armenia. And we also talked about a certain film director, Miss Deepa Mehta. She has been critically praised for her films, which show a part of India which the world hasn't seen before, and that is the struggles of women in patriarchal societies. Lastly, I concluded that art is a very
Thank you. Your
powerful
time is up.
medium. Yeah, wrapping up statement. Art is a powerful medium, and as such, we should encourage diversity in art. And in the end, it just makes the globe an interconnected whole of art and diversity. Thank you.
Thank you, Birla High School for Boys. That was extremely comprehensive. And I love how you gave very pertinent examples for everything that you've written about. I would like our judges to please ask questions if they have any.
Hi, I have a question. So I really like the different, kinds of entertainment topics and artists that you selected. So I'd like to know, where did that come from?
Like I'm a lot into music, and System of a Down. It sort of sticks out because their lyrics and all they're different. Usually they talk about political turbulence, and just recently they sort of released a song which talks about a political conflict in Nagorno-Karabakh. And so I sort of researched into the region and saw that it's sort of a clash between ethnicities, the Armenians and the Azerbaijanis. So that was one. And Deepa Mehta, obviously, she's a pretty well-known director. I think her recent work, Leela, that's on Netflix. And other than that, her acclaimed trilogy of films is the Elements trilogy. They have garnered some amount of controversy in India due to the topics they've chosen to represent. However, they have also been critically awarded in international film festivals. So I
Right.
think that was, I could talk about that in relation to this topic. I did not particularly research as such. I just worked with my general knowledge and what I know.
I see. Okay, thank you for that, Ritvik. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for your question. And thank you, Ritvik. Moving on, we have DPS Newtown, which is being represented by Junaid ul Islam and Shaunak Ghosh. The floor is yours.
Good morning, judges and fellow participants. This is our site, and our utmost priority was to be minimalistic and take in views the user's ease of use. So, this is our header, and we have the logo of Blog Press, that is the name of the site. And we have started with the topic that is India is proud of its cultural diversity in spite of historic political efforts to impose religious hegemony. I would like my teammate Shona Ghosh to speak about it.
Now, I'm sure that every time you want some information, you want to rely on e-blogs to get them. And it is not only the content that you want, you also want the site to look good because it tells you about the authenticity of the content. And so we have not compromised about it at all. Along with the content, we also give you an amazing look and feel of the website. Now let's come to the topic. In the content we have described about the huge diversity that India has. India is a very colorful country, as we all know, and so we have described about some of the religions and cultures and some of the traditions followed by the various regions in India. After that, we have also covered some international parts, and I have also made sure that we have put in topics like sports and cinema inside this content. Talking about sports, I have talked about football, that how did football come to South America? And it was only due to the invasion of the Europeans in South America that we have got football. I've got to know about football in South America, and that is why we have the great legend Pele. And when we speak about our own country, we know about the famous weddings like that of Virat Kohli, Anushka Sharma, and also Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh, who had a destination wedding. And after that, we have put in various images related to the topic, and at the bottom right corner of every image, we have put in the source so that you get to know from where we have got the pictures from.
So now I will speak. Being a Muslim, I have been asked many times on Eid that where is my biryani? My friends ask me continuously, where is my biryani? So that is what unity in diversity is about. No matter how diverse we are, we stay together. No matter how diverse we are, my friends will ask me for biryani on Eid. So coming to the end of the page, we have the contact us section where you submit the form.
Thank you so
And
much, Hamza.
thanks a lot.
Is that it for your presentation, sir?
Yes,
So if you could please stop screen sharing.
sure.
Thank you so much. That was very informative. I would request our judges to ask questions if they may. Seeing none, I will be moving on to the sixth school of the day, which is DPS Ruby Park, and it's represented by Kavya Mahajan and Priyanjana Nandi. The floor is yours.
Okay, so a very good morning to everyone. Here we have the Indian flag, which is basically arching over various religious symbols. It's kind of our way of showing that we are Indians above all, despite all the religions. Then we have festivals like Diwali, Eid, Christmas, Baisakhi. These are ways we Indians celebrate our cultural richness. That is what we're trying to show over here. The statement India's specialty, festivals, and fraternity shows that our country is very diverse and that the most special thing is our brotherhood and the sense of nationalism that unites every Indian. We try to display that Indians embrace their diversity and differences and are brought together even closer because of it. So this slide basically shows that we have a collective united spirit as Indians in our country, and that everyone, despite whatever religion or cultural differences they have, are all part of a united India. The second slide, this is a celebration of different cultures and religions. It's all very vibrant, and it especially highlights dance and music styles. This is another cultural richness display basically. So here in the introduction part of the blog, we kind of highlight how we are so different. We have different clothing styles, different food habits, different languages, but somehow we still happen to find a sense of togetherness. Over here, we have two anecdotes which basically show religious unity, because people from one religion are never hindered by their own preferences or the religions or cultures they follow from exploring, from finding out about other religions, which is one of the biggest things in our country. You can find out about everyone, every culture. Over here, we try to show that India is a united country, not despite our diversity, but in many ways because of it. So and here we have given the credits to people, the sources we have taken the information from. And this was basically a more anecdotal style of blog to show that everyone, each and every person has experienced the richness of India and the unity of India. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that very vibrant presentation, DPS Ruby Park. And as you correctly pointed out, that every one of us, each one of us, we've had a different experience of the richness that in diversity that our country has to offer. Moving on, I would like our judges to please ask questions if they may please. Seeing none, I will be moving on to the seventh school of the day, which is the host school, Mahadevi Birla World Academy, represented by Audrija Jana and Yashomati Parveen. The floor is yours.
Hello, I am Yashomati Parveen. I was the writer for the blog, and my collaborator Aditya Jana was the web designer. So first of all, we were very clear on like we wanted to make it really straightforward, really pretty elegant, something that we would like to read after a long day at work, like in a hypothetical situation where I'm actually working, and so. We wanted to make it about lifestyle. We wanted to make it about everything under the sun, politics, about us, about other people. Hence, we decided to name it Visions, because we get to experience others' experiences through their words. So in the first page, we have a nice little welcome with a collage of things that tell us, hint at what we are all about. Then we have visions, and then we have think, laugh, love, which is a really millennial way to go about it because of like the live, laugh, love thing. But we thought it was fun, so we decided to keep it. And then we have the contact us and so the callers and send a mail. So moving on to the article, I wrote about my experiences as a child of interreligion marriage, and how I've seen religious festivals, and how and what I understand about it and what I don't understand about how other people tend to look at it. I also hinted at the things that I've been feeling, considering the things that have been happening in India currently. So that was that. It was mainly on my personal experiences. Then we have the About Us, where we see, it's not opening, I guess. Okay, so we see Aditya Jana, the web designer, and moving down, I see myself as a lover of the arts, and Aditya Jana, a nature lover with a passion for theater. Then we have the acknowledgements, where as my writing was mainly personal, I did not really take anything from anybody. It was just basically based on my general knowledge and what I've faced throughout the years. And the acknowledgements, and we have the credits for the pictures that we have borrowed from the internet. That was it. Thank you. I hope you like it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mahadevi Birla World Academy, for that very beautiful presentation. I would request our judges to please ask questions if they wish to, and also for your participant to stop screen sharing.
Yeah. Thank you, Aditya.
If our judges have any questions, please ask, ma'am. Seeing none, we will be moving on to the 8th school for the day, which is Modern High School for Girls, represented by Vani Goenka and Stuti Maheshwari. The floor is yours.
A very good morning to everyone present here today. As the great Rabindranath Tagore had once said, the unity of India has been and shall always be a unity in diversity. And that is exactly what we have tried to bring about in this website. The title itself, The Melting Handi, is a classic play on the phrase the melting pot. It enlightens us on India's amalgamation of different traditions, cultures, and ideologies. The theme, the theme for this particular website is because of the fact.
Did your partner get disconnected, Vani, from MHS?
Yes, I'm so sorry. I think she's facing some technical glitch. So should I continue or do we wait for her to join back?
I think for everyone's convenience, we can skip the school for now and come back to you later after she's back. So you can stop screen sharing, and we will continue with the 9th school for the day, which is Sushila Birla Girls School, and it's represented by Archie Shaw and Manjari Bagri. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. Today, we will be talking about our blog, which is based on the topic of how India is proud of its cultural diversity in spite of many political and historic efforts to impose religious hegemony. Now, I personally chose this topic because it displays the humanitarian aspect and indomitable spirit of Indians. In spite of years of riots and massacre, the secular nature of Indians have always emerged victorious. I am born in the city of joy, where the lights which decorate the streets during the pujas illuminate with equal brightness during Christmas, and a similar magnitude of people throng the streets during Eid. This blog is a token of the secular spirit of India, and being born in such a secular environment, this is what I wanted to capture. And now I would like my partner Archie Shaw to explain the website.
So here comes the technical part. The name of a blog is a colloquy, which literally translates to formal conversation. The website contains a gallery which showcases a host of pictures showing different places of worship, as well as us celebrating the festivals. Here, most of the pictures have been taken by us and some from the internet. We have divided the blog into three parts: the diversity dive and introduction to Indian rich culture. Let's delve into historic politics, gives an account of political events, our cultural escapade, our personal experience. There are buttons which directs the user to different parts of the blog the user desires to read. Our website features an About Us section, which provides an insight into our own personal opinions. We also have a feature where you can contact us as well as review us. Feel free to share your views. We consider this blog as an instrument for bringing across our point of view, our vision that is of uplifting and upholding the secular spirit of India. Thank you.
Thank you.
You may stop screen sharing now. Thank you so much for that impeccable presentation. There was a lot of diversity, if I may say so, in what you put up, and it was beautifully made, Sushila Birla Girls School. I would like to request the judges to ask questions to our participants.
Hi, I just want to say that was lovely, you guys. I had a question. I wanted to know, how did you guys come up with connecting it all the way back to the Indus Valley civilization? I think that was such a beautiful thing to kind of touch on.
We actually wanted to describe India's cultural richness, which leads back to the olden days, and we wanted to give instances of both the past as well as the present political scenario to show how India has always been triumphant with secularism in spite of so many efforts to impose religious dominance. So that's why.
Wonderful. Wonderfully said. Wonderfully said. Thank you. Thank you for your answer.
So I don't have a question, but I have an observation. Lots of presentations and all of that is great. But both of you, I think I really enjoyed the fact that you brought in original pictures into your website, which not only shows your personal experience, but also I think it's a little extra effort to try and collate a lot of original pictures. So I think I enjoyed that quite a bit. So thank you for that.
Thank you, judges.
Moving on, thank you so much, judges, for your insights. And moving on, we have the Heritage School, which is the last school to present for the day, and then we get back to Modern High School for Girls if the participant is here. So THS, represented by Maniza Khan and Abhinandan Saha, you have the floor.
Thank you so much. A very good morning to one and all present here. I am Maniza Khan of the Heritage School, and I'll be presenting on behalf of our team today. I'm the writer of the blog, while my fellow teammate Abhinandan Saha is a web designer. The topic we chose for our blog was India and its culture and religious diversity. The first view when you see when you open the website is of a beautiful monument, which resonates with the theme of our website of cultural and religious diversity in India. Abhinandan, could you please scroll down? Yes, thank you. So the title of our blog was The Perfections in Our Imperfections. This was the beginning of a blog. So in the blog, I have recounted my Muslim family's personal story, which has a similar struggle like countless of other Indian stories. I remember those times when my great-grandfather narrated the days before independence, how the British tried to create a divide between Muslims and Hindus. But as my great-grandfather said, India's core values are embedded in a framework which is only strengthened over the decades. Being a Muslim, I've also recounted my experiences of growing in such a diverse community. As I've said in the blog, our family is universal. We celebrate all families, all festivals from Eid to Diwali to Raksha Bandhan, like so many other families. And also, many a times it has raised eyebrows. But one thing we all wanted to make clear in our blog was that celebrating someone else's religion or trying to learn someone else's culture doesn't make you less faithful to your religion. Instead, it makes your faith, your belief more stronger, and makes you realize that this diversity, this plethora of cultures, only gives us as a community the essence to live and grow together. Abhinandan, could you please scroll up a bit to the picture which we have? Yes. Yeah, a bit. Yes. So this is a picture of me and my family friends having a family gathering on occasion of Poila Boishak, which is a very beloved festival, not only in West Bengal, but also to all the Bengali communities around the world and in Bangladesh as well. Through this picture, we wanted to give the feel that there's so much beauty in our culture and so much diversity. And also, I want to draw the parallel to our heading, which is the perfections and our imperfections. Because our society will face struggles and will face boundaries, but that is part and parcel of life. And that is what gives us the essence to live on. And overall, through our blog content and design, we have tried our best to give an aesthetic to the website and make a wonderful reading experience for our readers, while at the same time impact them with our story.
Your time is up.
Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful topic as well. It was something which we had very close to our heart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maniza from the Heritage School. I think you really connected to the topic, and which is why your thoughts they were very lucid and clear and very touching. So it really hit home for a lot of us, I think. And I also love the fact that you spoke about how learning about another culture or learning about another religion does not make you less faithful to yours, which is something so many of us must have felt, but we often find it difficult to acknowledge. So, thank you so much for bringing that up. I would request our judges to ask questions.
Maniza, I must congratulate you. You're a wonderful speaker. And I think there's a lot of original thought and clarity which has come through what you said. And I think now that we're seeing a lot of, these personal anecdotes, as I mentioned, personal pictures do add a lot of, bring a lot of richness to the website and the content. My question to you is that, of course, you have kept it to very personal, your experiences. Did you at all think of bringing in other aspects of diversity, or the reason to keep it just focused on yourself because of paucity of time? And
would I speak? Yes.
Yes, please.
As you mentioned, through my personal experiences, as I mentioned that my great-grandfather, as with many of us, our ancestors have told us about their experiences during independence. So I also connected with the British era when there was the partition of India and Pakistan, how it divided our country. And for many, it was perhaps just a dash on the map, but it was a whip on an already torn country. So I connected it with the British era and how we have learned our lessons throughout time, and that is also somehow embedded in our old personal experiences. Even now, when there's so much political unrest in our country, we should remember that we should find faith, hope in our personal experiences and never let go of what we truly are. Thank you.
Wonderful. I look forward to reading the content on your blog more in detail. Thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that feedback and for your question. If the participant from MHS who got disconnected, Stuti Maheshwari, please speak out if you're back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it all right if I keep my video off because I'm facing extreme network glitches? If that's all right.
Sure. So Mehak, for them, we don't give permission to share the video if it's not necessary.
I think we lost her. I'm just going to contact her once again and get back. Sorry for the technical glitch.
I'm back. Uh, Cons of having an online fest, but we will be back immediately because that is the need of the hour. And I would like to welcome the speakers from Modern High School for Girls to continue their presentations. Stuti and Vani from MHS, you have the floor.
A very good morning to everyone present here. As the great Rabindranath Tagore had once said, the unity of India has been and shall always be a unity in diversity. And that is our main motive behind building this blog today. The title itself, The Melting Handi, is a play on the classic phrase, the melting pot. It enlightens us on India's amalgamation of different cultures, traditions, and ideologies. The reason for choosing this particular theme for the blog is because of the fact that it straight away makes us acknowledge all the treasures India as a whole has to offer. Taking inspiration from classic Indian folklore and art, the bright colors and traditional Indian designs bring out the true Hindustani spirit from the blog. Using important festivals like Thanksgiving, Parsi New Year, and Pongal in our writing, we have tried to bring about the fact that India is a land full of opportunities where people of every religion are loved and respected. Moving on to the About Us section, my fellow colleague Vani and I are a team of two, her being the tech savvy grade 9 student that she is, and me, a 10th grader with a fetish for reading and writing. From the both of us, it has been an absolutely amazing experience, and we would like to take a moment to thank the judges and the event coordinator for handling this affair with so much precision. Advancing on to the credit section, we believe every written piece to be extremely authentic and are firm believers of anti theft. In our blog, you will find our writing to be completely unique and genuine. We have given due credit for all the pictures used by us. A picture speaks 1,000 words, and that is exactly what we have tried to portray in our next section, the gallery, wherein pictures of all the festivals, including those mentioned as part of the blog, have been displayed. We, at Modern High School for Girls, with the ideology of Satyam Shivam Sundaram, our school motto, guiding us, have aimed at producing a mini India through this blog, a country wherein no individual is bound by any political restriction, and where the materialistic barriers of diplomacy and manipulation practiced by so many politicians lay ever so broken. Thank you.
That was one of the most vibrant and colorful presentations that we've seen up till now. And that was impeccably presented, especially because you really showed us how your personal experiences have affected everything that you've seen and the way you perceive things moving on. So, thank you so much, Modern High School for Girls, for bouncing back despite technical glitches and giving us the best that you could. With this, we do come to an end to all the presentations and the schools presenting. I would now like our judges to ask questions to Modern High School for Girls, the participants, and then we will move on with the feedback and the session where we share our insights. So, ma'am, if you have any questions for Modern High School for Girls.
Hey, I just wanted to know, did you guys make those beautiful graphics yourselves? Because that was lovely.
Ma'am, I'd like Vani to answer the question because since she was the web designer.
Sure.
I was not able to unmute myself. So I made the graphics. I didn't do it on the website, but I used this other software. It's called Adobe Illustrator, and I really love graphic designing. It's one of my passions. And taking the theme of Indian culture and folk art in mind, I decided to create those graphics to give the website a more personal and um,
Beautiful.
more personal.
Well, you did a great job, Vani. I think you have a beautiful eye and you should really do some design work in your life because it was lovely. Thanks, girls.
Thank you.
I'd like the judges to say a few words and get back with their feedback if they have any, starting with Devika ma'am.
So my overall feedback, guys, first of all, everyone did such a good job. I'm so glad that you put so much hard work in. It really showed, so well done. Second, I think that we saw such a lovely mix. We saw some personal stories, we saw some overarching stories, which kind of looked at it from a bigger point of view. And then just seeing how every person brought their own take to the table was really great, guys. And I think this topic is so relevant, especially for all of us in our generation, isn't it? Because diversity is sort of what our generation's spearheading and pulling forward. So well done. Really happy that with what you've done. And I want all of you to hone your skills and crafts that you've also shown us, whether it's with design or the way you speak or anything else. Never forget this and always hold on to it because you're all rock stars. That's my feedback.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That is very inspiring. I hope our participants get encouraged listening to your words. Now I'd like to request Ma'am Shritapa Paul to talk of her experience and give any feedback.
Firstly, thank you so much. Y'all have put in so much work and shown such amazing ideas to us through your website and through your content. And definitely your presentation also mattered. I mean, there were a lot of things which I feel came across when many of y'all were presenting, which really complemented your website, your design, and your content. I think there is a lot of maturity in the ideas that many of you all have brought forth. Some of them are wide-ranging. They go from very hyper-local Calcutta to all the way across the world. And that's just wonderful to see the kind of horizons you all can touch when you all are thinking of these topics. Love the personal touches, love the technical prowess that at a very young age you all have been able to show. And I agree with the other judge that if any of these skills are something that you all enjoy, please do continue pursuing them. And whether it's writing, whether it's web designing, whether it's graphics, or even speaking. And I think it's a very bright future for all of you, because I think I had a great time listening to you all and seeing your content, and I look forward to going through the websites in more detail. But congratulations to all of you for the wonderful effort and work that you all have done, and thank you for putting in that work for us.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I'd like to end the presentation with a small thank you address. With this,
And I'm back again. Thank you so much, everyone, for being patient. You bounce in and bounce back using different devices, but then at the end of the day, you're there no matter what. And I think this is one of the things that, as participants or judges or presenters or teacher in charges, you always get to learn when you are part of competitions, especially online, that no matter what, you need to find different arenas, and there is always scope for re-involvement no matter what. And with this, we come to the end of the online round for Logophilia. It was very eventful, and I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our principal, Ma'am Saha, our vice principal, Ma'am Ghosh, teacher event coordinators, the school support team, and lastly, the participants who gave this event shape. I'd like to extend a special note of gratitude to our esteemed judges, Miss Aurora and Miss Paul. The results for this event will be posted on our social media handles and also will be sent to the schools privately via mail on the 25th of November 2020. I hope everyone has a great day and best of luck for the results. We've seen a plethora of presentations today, and it was an absolute honor getting to view your presentations and getting to work with all the participants which represented their schools. You fulfilled and you did what you could do best, be it graphic designing or be it writing, and it's truly given the event shape the way you've combined your graphic designing and web designing skills with your writing skills. This was the aim of the event, and I think I consider it fulfilled and I consider it done. So thank you so much. It has been an honor. If our judges, I got connected, so if our judges haven't spoken already about their experiences and given their insights, I would request them to do the same. And if they have, then I apologize since I got disconnected. So yeah.
Yeah. Our judges have given in their feedback and their thoughts.
Thank you so much for your insights. I'm sure I'll hop onto YouTube right away and see what our judges have to say. Thank you to the participants. And with this, we come to an end of Logophilia. The participants may leave the meeting now. Sir, are we still live on YouTube? If we could end the live stream now.